Welcome to Junkyard Haunts, where we turn trash into haunts. Today we're going to be making the witch's lamps. But because one is just not enough for us, we're going to be making 3 of them and try to make them all look all different. But in the end, this is actually a really simple project to do, and you'll be able to make a whole bunch very shortly and quickly. I'm going to try to make each one a little bit different, but they all have the same basic step. First step of taking Podge and then just sponging it around on the inside, and eventually I sponge the outside too. But you want it to be squished on there pretty good, because that creates the actual fogginess that you'll see, fogginess of the actual lamps, and kind of sells the whole thing, in all honesty. All the other steps we're going to do will just be unique and different to each one, depending on how you want it to actually turn out and look. So to make it look more old and grungy, I just take some paint, some green or brown, and water it down and kind of just paint the top rim and let the water basically drip down it to make it look like it's been old and worn and rain residue has lasted over it. For one of these, the idea I was using is to rope and tear the little bristles apart and just glue it on to kind of age it. Another one, I just have some more like haunted bedding stuff that I just cut apart, and then I actually used some old rope that I made when I made the Frankenstein book. I can put a link up to that to just kind of tie it together. For these actual lamps, I'm going to be making the actual holder, the hook on there, so you can actually hang it onto something. For that, I probably normally use wire, but I didn't really have any wire, but I had Cellu Clay. So I just made the shape of the hook I wanted with Cellu Clay and then let it dry. And that works really good, and just hot glued it onto the actual lamp. And I wanted to obviously paint those, and I'm going to paint them a brown. I'm mixing my own brown, which isn't turning out too well, so what I try to do is I bought the basic colors and just thought, hey, I would mix them all together to create whatever color I wanted, but I think I'm going to at least buy brown, and then I can keep mixing the other colors together. All my props are made out of junk, of course, but the number one thing you actually have to spend money on is paint. So unfortunately you have to buy paint, because we have to paint these things to actually make them look good. One day we'll make our own paint. I don't know, like we can make red. We can prick our finger and make red paint. After these are actually basically done, I decided I needed more detail on them, and so now I just go through and just continuing what I originally started with and just adding more to it to build it up to make it look nicer and better. Don't forget to subscribe. We make videos every Monday. Thanks for watching that video. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment below, tell me what you want to see in the future. Don't forget to join the Facebook page. We post funny things, some interesting facts, some behind the scenes every once in a while, so go and check that out and join in the conversation. Witches lamps, obviously you need some light. So I use these things right here. You can just flick them on. Make sure you take out the plastic part, flick them on, and then you can just go ahead and put these in here. There you go. Now you can see so much better, because there totally isn't a lot of light around this thing. Can you even tell if that's on? Who knows? Spooky. So spooky.